And the algorithm, I know this is a question many of you have had, will be secured, retrained, and operated in the United States.
Retrained, she said. The algorithm is going to be retrained. Here's the thing. US algorithms suck. One of the reasons why people love TikTok, aside from the fact that there wasn't as much censorship at first as there is now and as there's going to be increasingly, is the algorithm. TikTok's algorithm was light years superior than any of the companies in the United States. It's not even close. Like Meta, YouTube could not compete with TikTok. So you're telling us it's going to be retrained by American companies? So it's going to be shit then, is what you're saying. The never-ending irony of the fact that they tried so hard to fearmonger us about China owning TikTok, when the reason why it was banned in the first place under the Biden administration and signed into law by Biden on a bipartisan basis that the overwhelming majority of Congress on both sides of the aisle voted for, was so that they could censor and control the way that we get information. A lot of people either don't know or don't remember. There was like a kerfuffle about banning TikTok back in 2019, using the same national security fear. And then TikTok negotiated with the US and said, okay, we'll move our servers to Texas and they can be overseen by Oracle. Problem solved, everybody moved on. The whole we're gonna ban TikTok thing was literally dead in the water. Then October 7th happened. And what a lot of people started to notice was that even though we are told all the time that we live in a free country with free speech and it's all the other countries like China that have all this propaganda and their government hides things, won't let them see what really happens in the world, the reality started to become clear that that was us, that we were the ones that were being censored, that we were the ones that were sheltered and that didn't actually know what was happening in the rest of the world. They weren't subject to the same laws and the same censorship that our American companies are. So because they weren't being monitored by the ADL, we were able to see what was really happening in Gaza on TikTok in a way that we were not seeing on any other app. And by that, I also mean hearing from Palestinians who were actually in Gaza. You'll remember that they admitted as such, that Tony Blinken talked to Mitt Romney and literally said, yeah, can you believe that Israel is doing such a bad job with their PR? We really got to do something about TikTok. So while they told us that it was China that lies to their citizens and creates all these shields so that they can't see the truth, what TikTok did was lift the veil off of that and show us that we, in fact, were the ones who were the most propagandized in the world. And they didn't do that intentionally. It wasn't like some conspiracy by TikTok. It was just that they weren't operating under the same regulations and rules as US companies, so we saw more truth. But that's all going to change now because this new TikTok deal, not only we have the IOF officer, okay, that's in charge of moderating hate speech because the ADL did what it always does to all the companies and said to TikTok, that's a nice app you got there. Be ashamed if something happened to it. Their efforts to ban it were unsuccessful, so they decided they were going to change it from the inside. And they've done that by hiring an ex-IOF officer to be a hate speech moderator and giving a large amount of control to Oracle, owned by Larry Ellison, who is a Zionist and literally used his personal wealth to donate to the IOF, but also by other such right-wing billionaires like Rupert and Lachlan Murdoch, Horowitz, and Silver Lake. So buckle up, fam. Things are about to get a lot more censored.